What's going on, guys? It's Mr. Booster here, aka Alan. I got car parts. So, back from like 200 some days without videos. Been a lot of things going on recently. In this 200 days, a lot of crap's changed. Still have the car, just got back from the dealership actually. Blew the throwout bearing in it. Luckily, covering warranty, so we're alright there. And before I get started here, I'll do a little life update. Nothing crazy, nothing boy or nothing. Copper, come here. Come here. Come here. This is Copper. She's new to the family. She's a red heeler, and she doesn't want nothing to do with me because there's a ball. And obviously, here's Boo Boo. He's been around. Anything else? Oh man, go ahead, show him. Got a fiance now, so life's good. That's about all the update I got. Decided to do a lot of iRacing now, so yeah. And I guess I'll apologize for like the 17th time for not uploading videos, even though this is like becoming a trend. I'll upload this video, and then it'll go about 30 more days or 200 more days and not upload a video. I'm gonna try, but we'll see. Got a wedding to pay for, so it's getting pretty expensive. But yeah, we will. Here, let's get the car parts. Shall we? You can't read what's on the box. Integrity Engineering. Integrity Engineering. And we have a downpipe. Nice 3-inch downpipe with a cat in it. It's not much of a cat, but there is a cat in it. As far as some of you know that watch my videos, if anybody's still around, I understand if you're not. Copper, get back in here. I have a new speed catback exhaust, so I'm not exactly sure how loud this is about to be. It's probably going to be pretty loud, which is fine. And I love that it literally goes from this cat to this 3-inch freaking straight pipe. So, been here for a minute now, but the car I drove here, so it's hot. So, we're gonna try to do a little install here, get her done hopefully quick, and there is going to be another video after this one that goes with this, and I'm not going to say much, but all I'm going to say is my warranty's probably on. So, let's get started. Okay, first thing we're going to do is get a light and burn myself because this is too hot and I'm impatient and I don't want it to cool down. But you're going to need a 6mm Allen wrench and take this V-band clamp off. Don't know how much of a pain this is going to be. Shouldn't be too bad, but I might make myself look like a fool, to be honest with you. Might want to use a flex head ratchet, would be ideal. Ow, that's really hot. Well, that's not very tight, but just a side note with these, if you're putting this in, you are going to reuse this V-band clamp. They do not give you a new one, so don't lose it or throw it away. So hopefully everybody's doing all right. I know it's been a while. Thought about starting up my own, like, not another YouTube channel because I can't even keep up with the one I have, but I've been doing a lot of iRacing, like I said. If you're not familiar with that, Google it. I actually did live stream a couple of times on my channel, but I don't think it did very well, so I never did it again. But I've been enjoying a lot of that, so. And there's going to be like this little, like, ow, that's hot. Ow. Okay, so we're going to take this bolt all the way, ow. I'm going to end up cussing a lot in this video because it's so hot. It's a long bolt. Okay, get the bolt out. And I don't know if this little thing's going to stay in there. Okay, yeah, I guess that just stays in there. So I'm going to get a screwdriver here so I can. There's two. Alright, now that's loose. I don't want to lose this. We'll just keep that on there until we'll just pull it apart, get it off the flange, and we'll swap it once we get it off. And then we're going to come over here, and this wire right here is going to your O2 sensor. So basically it's coming right here. So we need to slide this out of these grooves. I hate clips. unplug it, and then just fish it through all of these clips out. I don't know how this clip works. End up burning the wire because it's so hot probably. I have to get a new O2 sensor. Wouldn't that be funny? Put that down. Alright, once we got that loose, just set that to the side, and then we are done from the top. So we're going to go to the bottom now. So I'll raise it up and then we'll go from there. Okay, you probably don't have to take this off, but I'm going to take this off just for ease. I think it's a 13, right? Yeah. Like I said, you probably don't have to take it off, but I'm taking it off just for ease. This is already looking like more of a pain than what I thought it was going to be, so that kind of sucks. And this you're going to reuse this clamp too, and mine's rusty as all get out, so hopefully it comes apart. Probably should spray it with some lube or something real quick. Be alright, hopefully. If it breaks, it breaks. I'll get a new one. Just make sure you're on there straight. Nice and crunchy. See, I reinstalled this, so I don't know why I would have put it with the nuts facing up. Okay, we're gonna get some lube, so just give me 1 second. Okay, those are rusties all get out, but I think it's loose enough to where it's gonna slide out. So then we're gonna take these off. Also 13 millimeter. So that should make there we go. I'm getting pretty loose here. Now the fun part's going to be getting, I think there's 3. Yeah, I think there's only 3 bolts that are holding that up. The fun part's going to be getting to them. I haven't really addressed how I'm going to get to that because I know they're up there somewhere. Where? Ow. Don't know. And luckily, Volkswagen gives you this lovely little window here to do things. So I think we're just going to have to reach our hand up in here. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to get it on camera about where everything's at, but it should be. Luckily, with all this messing around, it's cooled down a little bit, so. Is that one right there? I think that might be one right there. Not sure. Can't see, but that might be the bolt for it. I don't know. All right. Got one out. I got one more out. This is tight, and this is a pain to do. It's not really a pain to do. Once I kind of figured out where to put my hands out, it kind of worked. I lost my camera grills out there with the dogs. But I'm going to try and show you where the one is at. It is basically directly in front of the O2 sensor. I don't know if you can see it up there. Hopefully you can. And then the other one is right there. Hopefully you can see that little stud sticking out. There's only 2 that hold it up. As you can see, it's already off the turbo up there. So theoretically, once I get this other stud out, I should be able to get it out. Now I know with these things you have to rotate it counterclockwise to get it down and out, I think. But I don't know if this axle shield will need to come out. I've already took one bolt out, but I was like, well, before I get doing all that, let me see if I can get it out without it. But it might need to come out. So I'm going to get this other stud out. I just wanted to kind of show you guys. It's in a really bad spot for me to even be able to show you on camera how to do it. Just kind of got to get your hands up there one certain way. I basically had my ratchet and stuff up this way, and I had my other hand up in here, like up there kind of, and use both of them. So we're gonna try to get this other one out, and then I will get back with you. it's out somewhat. It's loose and just kind of hanging there now. These were not loose enough, so I could try to get them to turn more, but where that nut sits in there and they're so rusted, they're rounding. So I had to beat it off to get it out. I don't know if it comes with a new one or not. There is a clamp in there. I don't know if it's for this, because I thought you reused this. Maybe I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. If not, I'm gonna have to beat this back off this downpipe. Oh, the cat. Grow up. And put a couple tack welds on the back of those maybe and get it to stay so I can take the nuts off. But everything's loose. It's ready to come out. But the way these cats are shaped, it's sitting in there like this. That's how it's supposed to sit like this turbo. And you kind of have to like rotate it out, if that makes any sense. So it's just basically a mix of twisting and turning, and hopefully you don't screw nothing up. Only thing I'm really worried about messing up is the O2 sensor, which I don't think I'm going to. But yeah. And the other nut, I was actually able to get my little stubby impact up there. Get it off. I just kicked you, didn't I? No, we're not doing this. Not in the video. Take your ball and go. So now it's just all about, I guess, turning and holding your tongue right and trying to get it in there or get it out of there, I guess. This is the part I knew was going to be a pain to do. I don't think we're hit. What are we hitting? Yeah, this is going to take some turning and stuff, so give me a minute.
Many unbearable hours later.
Alright, as you can see, my boy right here be trying to get these bushings off the downpipe. We got it out and it was a big pain in the horse, like really big pain. I have a whole audience watching me now. I don't know how I feel about it. A lot of twisting, turning, holding your tongue right. It's going to be a pain. You don't want to take off this little shield. This shield that covers the axle up there to give you a little more clearance. It does help. If I would do this again, I would definitely take off the O2 sensor before removing it so it doesn't get caught up. I've already took the O2 sensor off of the old one. It's on the new one now. So we're going to get this bushing off to get ready to go back onto this. Stick this in. Should go in a whole lot easier because it's smaller, but we will find out. So just give us a few seconds. We got the new one in here, and goes in a whole lot easier. This is probably I can't wait to see this view of me right now. I may or may not have consumed a few twisted teas in the matter of time of then and before. The new one goes in a lot easier than the old one comes out. It's good to have another hand up there, which he's up there doing, which we got the studs on. And only thing we're having trouble now is just getting the V-clamp and everything lined up. Once we get that lined up, and these two bolts tighten and the axle shield back on, it's done. And I'll put the rest of the pipe on here. So which is, that's a lot longer than. Well, that's going to be interesting. Okay, well, I'll see you in a minute. Anyways, this little this kit comes with this little bracket here that comes with this, and then a nut and a bolt. We've got the V-band at the turbo just snug tight, and then the two bolts on the braces for the actual cat are tight. You're going to put this in here, and you're going to stick this right through here, and then you put a net on the back of it, and you're going to tighten everything up. So I think we're going to just do something stupid and start this car up with just a cat to see what it sounds like. So let me get this all tightened up, and then we'll have to address the situation of cutting that other pipe up, which I don't know if I have anything to do.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. Don't do this, but I'm going to do it anyways because I want to see what it sounds like. Yeah. Check engine light's about to go. What are you doing? Alright, it's the next day. My GoPro actually died on me last night before before we end up finishing it. It is finished as I'm in the car now. Basically on that last clip, besides the clip of me revving it, we were putting little bushing bracket thing on, and it's just that bolt and stuff. And then you had to cut the other piece to length, so there was a lot of measuring, cutting, and trying to just get it right as best as we could. The fitment wasn't as perfect as I'd like it to be, so there's that, but everything is hooked up together. No exhaust leaks that I can hear of. I will say I'm very impressed with the sound. I thought it was going to be too loud with the downpipe with the new speed exhaust system. That's just what I've heard. It was going to be too noisy and too loud. But driving home yesterday, I did 70 on the highway, and it was a little bit of a drone, but it's literally, my roof racks make more noise than the drone does. So it wasn't nothing that I was going to be upset about. It's pretty windy out here. I'm gonna get out and show you from the engine bay. It looks pretty sweet in there, but hopefully the wind is not cutting the mic out too much. Also, you see I do have a check engine light on, and it's just because of the O2 and the cat, which I will be fixing that later today. So there's gonna be another video on that to fix that. But we're back out here. We're going to I'll show you. We'll get some like flybys and driving and just some clips so you guys can hear it. Definitely, by far, in my opinion, this is the best setup for exhaust system right now that I've heard, that I like, because high idle's louder, but idling, there's maybe a smidge different on the idling. And if you don't know what it sounded like before, you can just go check out my installing the exhaust video. So we are going to, hello, I'll show you this, but it basically has two personalities. It like wakes up when you get on it, which is what I wanted, but cruising, like I said, it's not bad. So hopefully the wind's okay. I'll show you what it looks like in the engine bay. I hear him pop it. At least the wind died down a little bit. Looks pretty sweet in there. I love that you can just see IE on it, and it matches with the intake I got and everything else like that. So it all looks really good. Again, the high idle is not much. I mean, the idling is a little louder, but nothing crazy. So here, we'll just do this. We'll set up see if I can set this thing up, and we'll do like a rev for you. Get this to sit right. This is probably lovely, ain't it? Here we go. This is gonna stay. Hopefully that's a good picture, right? Good thing. Yeah. Okay. One sec. So it's definitely louder on the revving. I'm gonna get back in this car because this wind's picking up. What do you think of it?
Pretty good.
Don't mind the laundry in the back seat. But yeah, I'm gonna have her hold this again so we can get some little like flybys and clips of the exhaust note. It's already running, so I can't really do what a high idle sounds like. But if I get a chance to do that before I edit this video, I guess I would do one. So we'll get some clips. Sorry the install video wasn't as detailed as it could be, but everything was just so tight. Half the time we couldn't even see what we were doing. The biggest pain I'm going to tell you you're going to have is getting that old cat out. I definitely suggest taking the shield off that covers, like the axle cover shield thing. It's only 2 bolts, 2 little Allen bolts, I think. I can't remember the size of them, but that made a difference. And just take the O2 sensor out too before you take it out. That would help too. But once you get it out, the new one getting in was still you kind of had to finagle it, but it was not nearly as bad. We got it in a quarter of the time I got that old one out. But all right, we'll get some clips here real quick, and then I'll get right back with you. as you can see, not that I'm doing like 76 right now, well 74 here, we're cruising on 73, and obviously the mic's not going to pick it up that well, but there's a slight drone, but not like, it's not crazy. We got, oh, that's that guy. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, the actual downpipe itself wasn't bad. I would do it again. I love the way the sound is. The only thing I didn't like was the fact that I had to cut the pipe and measure and fit it all up. I didn't like that because that's just not my forte. But we got it to work, and it works. So if you don't mind a little bit of fabrication, as I guess you would call it, it's not bad. But it's worth it, especially if you want this kind of sound. You have this new speed exhaust. Hang on here. About to get rear-ended here on the highway. I definitely, like I said, I definitely recommend it if you got the money for it and you want to do it. Out of all the downpipes that I've heard, this is already my favorite. Quality, nice products. Didn't really show just the product itself off, but it's nice. I recommend it. Again, sorry I wasn't too involved. Not involved. What's the word I'm looking for? Informational install. There we go. Informational install. But if you're gonna do this and not do what else I'm going to do, I don't want to ruin it just yet, so I can't say. You could put an O2 spacer in it, or I think ECS or your tuning has like a 90-degree thing for it or whatever that would get rid of the check engine light. But what I'm going to be doing, it will fix it, so it's fine. Again, if you have any questions about the install, leave them down in the comments and I will try to answer them. Yeah, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're still watching from all my other videos, appreciate you staying around, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.